the Justice Department will press on with its 2 criminal cases against former President Donald Trump, even if he wins in November.
Boy, they just won't stop. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. Thank every last one of you guys for taking time out of your day to view my content. I really do appreciate it. Make sure, though, that you do me a favor by hitting that like button right there so that this video can be circulated within the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to follow me on the platforms you see above and below. Don't worry about the misspelling in Modern Renaissance Man for Rumble. It's supposed to look like that, y'all. Yeah, okay, now with that being said and everything on out of the way, guys, we have to talk about this because the Supreme Court just dealt them a huge blow that the president cannot be prosecuted as long as he was doing official work as president, not unofficial work. So it pretty much cleared out a lot of this nonsense that's going on with this witch hunt right now. But some people just don't know when to quit because I guess they want to show some type of virtue signaling that they're doing it for the justice and all that. What am I talking about? This.
Well, if you thought lawfare had ended, think again. The Justice Department will press on with its 2 criminal cases against former President Donald Trump, even if he wins in November. That's according to the Washington Post. The DOJ has a long-standing policy of not criminally charging sitting presidents, but according to the report, they think a president-elect is still fair game. Lawyers in the DOJ say that the rules against charging or prosecuting a sitting president would not kick in until Inauguration Day in January. George Washington University law professor, constitutional law expert, and Fox News contributor Jonathan Turley joins me. Professor Turley, this is unbelievable. I literally said yesterday, lawfare has ended on July 2nd, 2024. I go to sleep and I wake up that they want to continue this until Inauguration Day?
Yeah, apparently it can continue to 11:59 on January 20th. We'll have to see. This is not too surprising when you look at Jack Smith's approach all along. His overriding priority in his cases has been to try Trump before the election. And he has attempted to short-circuit the appellate process and cut corners to make that happen. The Supreme Court rejected that effort, and ultimately he lost in spectacular fashion before the court in the recent immunity decision. But that was actually the second blow. He also effectively lost 2 of his counts in the Fisher decision. So the court rejected the use of obstruction, at least made it very difficult to be used against Trump and others. And then it recognized that he does have immunity in a wide array of communications and actions. And yet, it doesn't surprise any of us that Smith is not giving up the ghost, that he is saying that he can try this case all the way through the election. And keep in mind, the DOJ has had a long policy not to try cases before elections so that they aren't seen as trying to influence the result. Smith has flipped that on its head. In his filings in court, he says that he wants citizens to know the outcome of his case before they vote.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and that's a fantastic point. You know, Professor Turley, I yesterday asked Professor John Yoo about the January 6th case, and I played for him some legal analysis from Jeffrey Toobin, not always a friend of the current, or former president, I should say. Toobin says the J6 case is gone. He doesn't think it's ever brought because of the rules of evidence put forward in the immunity case. Professor Yoo agreed. What say you?
Well, I think it's very difficult to do this. I said after the opinion came down that the court had ripped the wings off this case, but Smith is still trying to get it off the ground. Now, he has a very favorable judge. I can't imagine a more favorable judge in Judge Chutkan. And she's very motivated. She was working with Smith to get this trial on a rocket docket before the election. She's likely to continue to try to do that. But that was part of the problem here. She was moving so fast, she never bothered to create a record. There was no record for the court to decide these questions. And so it has to be sent down. Now, if she comes back and says, oh, these are all private actions, they're not protected, that also can be appealed. And I think that the Supreme Court saw this developing, and they gave her some very clear navigational beacons to stay within. And they were very clear that when he spoke on the ellipsis, he was doing an act that presidents are expected to do, to speak to points of great public interest, and indicated that that could be part of his official functions. So she's going to have a very difficult time, because it also said that he has a right to speak with people in the White House and for that also to be protected. So how is Smith going to prove this case once you eliminate that evidence? So many of us have doubts he could do this before the election or even before the inauguration. Keep in mind, she stopped doing pretrial motions. So it'll take 30 days for this case from the issuance of the opinion to be released to a district court. She promised the defense roughly 80 days that they would have once she gets the case back. She has to do pretrial motions, deal with this remand, and also deal with the Fisher decision. I don't even think the inauguration will give him enough runway to take this case off the ground.
Wow, well, they will try. That we have learned from the Washington Post. All right, Professor Turley, thank you very much.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, what in the world? But at the same time, of course he's going to have a judge that's going to be favoring him to go after Trump after he's been the president. But God, boy, they better hope that he don't, because if he do, what I mean by that, you better hope if Trump is the president while they're doing this is just going to be I don't know how this is going to look like optic-wise. It's just going to show how crazy the justice system is right now. Again, if Trump is or has done anything completely wrong, then by all means, I completely understand it. Why not? I mean, look, nobody is above the law, anything like that. I'm not saying that Trump did anything wrong, but I'm saying if he did and they're going after him, we get it. But we see that this is nothing more than them being pissed because he keeps whooping their butt. Now all of a sudden they talking about the Supreme Court needs to be, oh my God, y'all hear about the stupid lady AOC? The Supreme Court people need to be impeached. Oh my freaking gosh. Anyway, I'm not even going to get deep into that because I might save that rage for another video on how dumb she is thinking that she can go after people in the Supreme Court who she can't even, there is no comparison to her intelligence compared to those in the Supreme Court. Even the ones we know that kind of is out there like a Genty Brown, whatever her name is, that don't know what the woman is, yeah. But Clarence Thomas, please, girl, please. I ain't gonna get no more into that, y'all. Anyway, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. Do you think it's still a witch hunt? Do you think they still got a legitimate case against Trump? Do you think that they're only one to go after him if he does win the election, all because they feel pissed that they just got their butt smacked by what the Supreme Court handed down? Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comment section, all right? Don't forget to click that before y'all get out of here, all right? Yeah, I know. More to come. I am Ty Smith, model Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.